Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Runcie, in January, the Government Accountability Office released a report on the cost of operating the federal student loan program. And the report calculated that the break-even interest rate on student loans, that is the interest rate necessary to cover the cost of the program without making a profit, for the upcoming student loans would be about 2.5%. But instead, we'll be charging students nearly twice that amount for undergraduate loans and about 2.5 to 3 times that amount for graduate loans and for PLUS loans. Now, the GAO acknowledged this is only an estimate, and estimates can change, but that is the best estimate we have. At least twice as much, we'll be charging at least twice as much as we need to charge to cover the costs of the loans. So, when we set interest rates higher than we need to cover the costs, that generates revenue for the government. My question, Mr. Runcie, is where do those profits go? Do they get refunded back to the students who paid more than was necessary for the cost of their loans, or are they just used to fund government generally?
Senator Warren, they do not, they're used to fund government generally. They do not come back specifically into the program.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the key point I wanted to make here. We're charging more interest than we need to run the student loan program, and there's no mechanism to refund that money to the students. It seems to me we're just taxing students for the privilege of borrowing money to try to get an education. I think that's obscene. I don't think the student loan program should be designed so that it's making profits for the federal government. As a first step, we could wring some of those profits out of the system by refinancing those loans and bringing them down to a break-even point for the government.